We've been playing D&D for a long time together. Even before content, we were doing shit together, right? And
Yeah.
we had some goofy stuff happen. What are some of the funniest things that you remember from us playing D&D together?
Oh boy. I
Oh
know the
yeah.
first thing that comes to mind, but I
Okay.
don't know if I'm allowed to say it in a video. Remember when I shrunk you guys and you guys went into that old crazy wizard's bathroom and he had enchanted they
I,
had purple worm stats.
I could I yeah. You remember that shit, man? It was so stupid.
Yeah,
So
that was a
fucking
pretty
funny.
funny moment.
I have one moment. It was something I did that I just thought was fucking hilarious. It was back in those days, actually. Yeah, about 2-3 years ago, we were doing a Christmas special where we had the four wheelers, not the four, no, the snowmobiles, and I was playing as I think like a gnome. I think I was Finkel. Yeah, I was playing as Finkel,
Yeah.
and I remember like I think it was Amsai or Alec or
I
somebody
think you had Nico
or
with you
Nico.
on
It
the
was
bike.
somebody that was on the this like snowmobile with me, and we were
Uh-huh.
heading to Santa's workshop and we saw it, and I slammed on the fucking brakes and launched us through the window. And we
Yeah,
got
I
so
remember
fucked up.
this.
You were so just annoyed, man.
I don't know. I think it was fantastic
Oh
because
yeah.
since I got to do it live, like nobody knew what was going to happen when you decided to take the actions that you did, like
Yeah.
the wreckage, the
I
consequences were so huge and extravagant. It was that was a fantastic
yeah,
moment.
yeah.
I laughed really hard
I
about
didn't know what
that.
was gonna happen. I was just like, you know what? I gotta get to that window quick. What better way than to slam these brakes and just use my body to break a window?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got
you
fucked
did.
up.
You got in
I
there.
got in there. I was fucked
You
up,
got in
but it,
there.
it worked. But
Yeah,
at what
nobody can take
cost?
that away from you. You were fucking in.
Yeah. Remember floor money?
Floor money was a huge moment.
Floor money was a big moment. That was a long time like chat meme on our Twitch stream
Yeah,
and
that
stuff.
was a meme in the chat for a long
Yeah.
time.
Explain what
So
floor money is. Yeah, go
basically,
ahead.
basically, we were off to meet this band, this bard. What was the bard's name? Brandon, who's your
Oh,
NPC?
it was. I think it was like my fantasy version of like Dewey Cox.
Yeah, it
Right?
was based
Yeah.
off Dewey Cox, but I can't
Yeah.
remember what you named
Forget his
him.
name, dude. It was so long ago.
Ah! Well, anyway, we're going to meet this guy, and we get drunk, we party. My character gets totally intoxicated. I'm playing this albino Loxodon sorcerer named Chad,
Chad,
who's all about
who
it, you
had
know?
heart
So he's
disease.
who had all kinds of issues.
I
Oh, don't
forgot that
worry,
I gave. I
that was
forgot that
my
I gave
story
him.
coming up, so
Okay, go
you
ahead. Yeah,
calm
go ahead.
down.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So, like, I get all this money, I kill somebody and get a bunch of money, and then I run back through the streets. I'm throwing money to distract people for like getting beggars involved to get away from the guards and all this nonsense, right?
Yeah.
I get back to the fantasy hotel that we're in,
Mhm.
and what the frick happens? What the frick happens? I bury the money under the floorboards and put a carpet back over top of it, and then I have no fucking clue in the morning. And I don't did we ever find the
You
floor
guys
money?
never found the floor money.
We never
It
got the
was
floor
like
money
it was
back.
a stupid amount of gold, man. It was like 100,000 gold that you guys ended up stealing that night, and your characters were so drunk that you hit it. You specifically hit it under the floor, and you never remember where it was. To
I
this
never got
day,
it back.
yeah, in that tavern, you guys ended up buying. I forget the name of it because in the module you played, you guys ended up getting buying that tavern, and like owning
Right.
it. It's just there. It's just fucking there.
Someday under the floor. I think we should do a campaign that starts with some robbers accidentally finding the floor money.
That'd be good. That'd be a good one. Yeah.
Something really cool like that, like a deep cut.
Yeah, a
Like
deep cut.
what if we just did a campaign called it's the floor money.
Yeah,
And
finding the
people would be
floor
like,
money. Yeah,
yeah, we have to come up with a really good title.
good
Hey, you
title. Yeah,
guys in the comments, you hilarious people, what would be a good name for that one? Because that would be
that
fantastic.
would be good. That'd be a good one. Yeah, nice little mini series to find the floor money. Yeah.
Oh, that would be so
Yeah.
much fun.
Now, what was the other thing that you were gonna bring up? I noted this, but I want you to say it because I think it's one of the funniest things I've done as a DM.
Oh, so basically, like I was saying in the last YouTube video, if you guys caught it, Brandon is evil. And he just hides it really well. Chad was having a pretty good life. I decided to get married. He ruined my wedding and my marriage. I tried to sort of just live happily ever after. He didn't allow that either. He
Okay, but
gave me
Chad. Okay,
like
pause. No, shut the fuck.
awful heart
Chad was not
failure.
exactly a good person.
He
Okay.
was never proven in a court of law guilty of one thing. And that's a fact, Jack.
Anyways, continue.
Well, I feel a little defensive now, so I'll just say it. My character was probably the best thing that ever happened to the fantasy continent that he was born on. And Brandon, the DM, gave me like horrible anxiety and panic attacks, and my character would just have heart attacks or strokes. What was it, strokes or heart attacks?
It was you were having it was heart attacks because you had like high blood pressure because you were the reason I gave your character high blood pressure was because Chad was dealing with a bunch of f***ing idiots in his party and was always stressed out, just like I can't. Oh, this is you guys. Whoa! So you kept getting stressed out and like stupid shit kept happening,
Yep.
and eventually
The party was very dumb.
you had like a really big freak out both like in and out of character. Like they meshed together one session. I was like, hey, roll a con saving throw, and you rolled a 1. And I'm like,
Oh my
okay, all
god,
right,
I forgot
yeah.
that's how it
Yeah, I'm like,
happened.
okay, you have heart disease now. And every time that Chad started getting stressed out, I had you roll a con save to see if you had a heart attack.
Yeah, I remember I performed at we threw a party at our own hotel or whatever,
Yeah.
and, like, I performed and rolled, like, a 19, I was fucking killing it and
Yep.
whatnot, and then, like, I had a heart attack,
Yeah.
like, immediately afterwards, and it just ruined the party for everybody else.
Those made for some fun fucking roleplay moments, though, dude. It
Yeah,
was
that
so
was a lot of fun.
fucking fun, man. That was a fun campaign. Yeah, you guys absolutely destroyed Xanathar at the end. Just no contest.
Xanathar, I felt so bad about that because I don't think I realized, like, until halfway through that he was, like, the boss and that we were winning.
Yeah,
Like,
you were
I
just
didn't
kicking the shit out
really
of him. Yeah.
we just beat the fuck out of
I
his
did. I
ass.
was rolling poor. I was the entire for all of his I-beam attacks. Everything was you guys were just rolling high. I was rolling low. It just what it is. What it is.
As a player, you love to see it.
Yeah. As a
As a
DM,
DM,
just
you're
like,
like,
damn it.
"What is this
Yeah. But
nonsense?"
the one thing you can't take away is Chad's heart disease. He always has that. So I think one of my
Well,
favorite
when you
moments.
love this much, you got a big Loxodon heart.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Glom. I think Glom was one of my favorite things that you've
Glom
done.
was
Glom
pretty
was great. Glom was this
fantastic.
goblin that was in our Dungeon of the Mad Mage campaign that was just an NPC, your typical goblin that you adopt in a D&D game, but she was fucking brutal, like a serial killer, and we loved her to death.
I wouldn't say that she was a bad guy. I think she was just a very good, misunderstood, not that great of a guy.
And that's why Finkel, my character, wanted to take her in and teach her the ways of being good. She just happened to
Yeah,
crave
like
violence always.
eating drow elves
Yeah.
because they
He
were
was like,
bad.
like, Glom, sweetie, we can't do that. Like,
And
Father,
she's like,
why not?
I assure you, Father, we
I'm
can.
pretty sure we can, Dad. Like,
Pretty
damn
sure
it.
we can. The drow elves in the Underdark are free. The government doesn't want you to know. I have 17 drow elves in my backyard.
Remember when Amsai got turned into a badger and he played a sentient badger for like 10
Oh
episodes?
my god.
He,
What was the name of that fucking badger?
Sprinkles, because the Finkel named him. Yeah,
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, I remember what happened. Amsai played. We had our buddy Amsai. He's still around and stuff. We talked to him and everything, and hang out and stuff. He played
Hmm.
a Yuan-Ti throughout the entirety of Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and then going
Hmm.
into the campaign after that, his Yuan-Ti immediately fucking dies. And he
Brandon went from DM to player, and I went from player to DM, and we immediately had a fucking person die.
Yes. But then he played a new character. It was a Leonin, like fighter or something like that. I forget what it was. And then
He
like
went from playing like the shy Yuan-Ti to like this big buff shit talking Leonin.
and his Leonin was in the game for like no more than 30 minutes and died. So then we get to this point where in the dungeon we find like these magic like pedestals of like statues and stuff, and one of them came alive and it was a badger. And all of us jokingly were just like, "Hey, Amsai, you should play the badger," and he did. And he was awoken and everything, and it was
He
fucking
killed it
great.
though.
He did.
He killed it. He was a fan favorite. I miss him so much.
Sprinkles was so much fun.
Sprinkles. I don't know if it was Sprinkles though.
It was Sprinkles. It was 110% Sprinkles.
I don't know why I'm feeling.
It was Sprinkles because when we got him, at first he wasn't sentient. He wasn't like awoken.
Like he
or
couldn't
anything.
talk yet.
He couldn't talk.
Yeah.
And Finkel gave him Sprinkles like out of his pocket, and he ate them. I was like, I'm gonna call you Sprinkles, and he was like, okay, and that was it.
My baby has escaped the crib. I hear
That's
him
fine.
flushing the toilet.
But yeah, it was definitely Sprinkles, and he was a fun character. God, those campaigns were a lot of fun, man. We dealt with idiots, but are idiots, and it was
Yeah,
a blast.
there were hard times, but there were definitely 100% good
There
times.
were. Oh,
Yeah, this was one of my favorite, probably another one of my favorite things that we've done was the relationship between Glom and Kat's cleric,
yeah.
where he wanted her to like him so bad that he would like send her into dangerous
All the time.
situations.
And she tried to eat him in his sleep like 5 fucking times, man.
Yeah, she'd
I'd
be
have
like,
to
"I want."
stop her. I'd look over at him sleeping, and I would see her just like with his arm up, ready to take a fucking bite out. And I'm just like, Glom, no.
"Father, I require to eat them.
Yeah, no, bad.
His goodness leaks out like blood,
Glom, we
father.
don't eat our friends. We don't eat our
Father,
friends.
in the Underdark, sometimes you have to eat your friends, father."
Our sessions have gotten really weird. But what weird things and dumb things have happened in your D&D games or other TTRPG games? Let us know in the comments.